Heyo! Welcome back, everybody. I am EonShiKeno. Today we're going to look at some Starcraft 2. This is going to be a match from EPS Summer 2012. Happened just a couple days ago. The replay pack was released, so of course I get tons of replays to commentate. I've been on vacation for the past week, so that's probably why you guys are like, where's all this stuff at? He hasn't posted anything. Well, I was on vacation. I was back home at the farm, doing a little relaxing, and I am back. I watched a lot of GSL this weekend, and I mean a lot of GSL this weekend. So I had to catch up on all that. Well, that was a lot of fun. Oh, also, something I haven't told any of my subscribers yet, but I am working with someone else on a GSL, GSTL highlight video that we're going to try and do on a semi-regular basis. So just to let you know, that's coming around the corner. That won't be posted on my channel. That'll probably be posted on the Machinima Versus channel, which is a new channel. I'm also going to have some commentaries on, so if you want to check some of my other StarCraft commentaries that won't be featured here, you can check those out over at the Machinima Versus page. Anyways, let's introduce our players. HasuObs has scouted out his opponent here. Delphi, the pink Zerg player up here in the top left part of the map on Ohana. And like I said, here is going to be HasuObs, our red Protoss player down here in the bottom. Seems like he's going to go for a Forge Fast Expand. Now, Delphi going to go with the spawning pool first. That scout did come fairly early, so there's really not much of a point to try and go for a hatch first in a situation like this where your opponent, if he's half-what competent, he's just going to wait here and then go put a pylon and block your hatch. So, yeah, here we go. Or even just run around, and then you're like, well, I've got 700 minerals. Should I still be harassing this probe to get my hatch down? And there he goes. HasuObs, no problem. So that's one of the benefits of going with the fast probe scout after pylon. You can mostly deny that. Uh-oh, I heard it get canceled. Oh, wait, that was this pylon. Okay. And then he's going to go over here. So Delphi doing a pretty good job there. Back over here to Protoss player's base. Hasu is going to go with the Nexus first. It seemed like, maybe he went with the Forge first. That might have been a Forge, yeah. Probably was, considering he saw the spawning pool. Just playing a little safe. Going to go for that Forge. Then he's going to go for the Nexus. Then the Gateway. And then a Photon Cannon. Probe does get taken out by those Zerglings. And he's going to be forced to cancel this pylon up here in the top part of the map. Now, I don't know. I was just killing some time. I was thinking for something to do. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go play... This is terrible. I was going to go play some Starcraft. I just want to play one quick game. And of course, by quick, I mean I'm going to go cheese somebody. So we're actually playing on this map, and I was spawning in the top left up here as a Protoss player. Or, yeah, as a Protoss player. My opponent was a Zerg player down here. He decided to go for a hatch first, and I went for a dual proxy gate down here, so I had about 4 zealots right into his base. It was a pretty quick game, and concluded with him calling me very bad, among other things, so... I still get a kick out of that every once in a while. Anyways, enough of me cheesing on ladder, which I very rarely do, but I don't know. I just was like, you know what? Just like I got like 10 minutes. I want to just end the game real quick, one or the other. And if he's not going to scout it, I mean, come on. He didn't even send a drone scout out ever. I could have been, you know, doing anything and he wouldn't have known. But HasuObs has done the exact opposite, has done plenty of scouting this game. Zerglings from here, from Delphi, are going to be whacking away on the left side at these destructible rocks. They will build there all day long, and Delphi going to have this quick third up. Already has a queen over there. Let's see how many queens he's going to go for. The number of queen Zerg players have been getting lately has steadily increased, especially versus Terran players. As of recently, since that queen upgrade, I just love how these Zerg players are just getting more and more queens. It just makes their creep so much more creep, and creep is an awesome thing to have. More drones coming out. Creep tumors on the way. Stargate being built here from HasuObs. Where is that sucker at? There it is. That's an interesting spot to put a Stargate. He's really trying to hide it. You really don't expect any overlords to come through this area here. Probably mostly, yep, come over here from the right side, or from down here from the bottom left. So good spot, probably the ultimate spot to put a Stargate, because if you're controlling the Zelnaga Tower here, you can see any overlords sneak in here. And some nice Zealot micro here from HasuObs, going to take out a couple Zerglings. Even get a third one on the way. Nope, not going to finish it off with the Stalker's probably going to catch it and take it out. That Stalker is on a mission, and that Zerg is running for his life. He might get it. Nope, not going to work out. Same movement speed there between those two guys. Queens, drones, overlords on the way. Phoenix is coming out here, so we're going to have HasuObs do a little bit of Phoenix harass. He's probably getting back, start at about 3, move up to 5. I think that's a really good number as far as Phoenixes go in pretty much any matchup. I just think 5 is the perfect number of Phoenix for, you know, most Stargate openers. Robotics facility coming out. So HasuObs is going to be on 2 base for a while here. He's not going to have any warp gates. He hasn't even started warp gate research, but he's probably got a build in mind here. It's just going to be forever, like I was saying, for him to get 3 bases up, just because he doesn't have any units. I mean, he could put a 3rd base up, but Delphi's just going to be like, I don't think so, HasuObs. You don't have any units here, buddy. So this seems like it's going to be a 2-base timing attack here from HasuObs. He's got his forge going, so he'll probably get up to +2, go for attack, maybe even +3. The Phoenixes are out. The 4th one is done. They're going to head out, and as far as I know, I don't think Delphi is aware of this. The Overlord is now going to be sent in. The one on the right also got sent in. That got taken out fairly quickly. Nice placement for the pylons here. Phoenixes are making their way up the right side of the map. Zergling's still running around. Speed is close to being done. That won't help him. Here come this Phoenixes. They're going to go straight for the Queen first. Yeah, might as well. They have enough Phoenixes. You need 4 Phoenixes to be able to kill a Queen in 1 lift. Otherwise, just 3 won't be enough to do it. So Queen goes down. A couple of drones are going to get taken out here. Moving on to the next base. The next Queen is going to be the target here. Lifting that sucker up. Going to go straight down. That Queen is going to fall. Graviton beam icon right there. Another Phoenix shows up, just flying on here. And HasuObs just got the run of Delphi's base here. Spore Crawler is going to come up. It's going to be too late. He's already lost so much stuff. And at this point, Delphi is kind of in defensive mode. But I mean, if you look back here at his base, if you look back at HasuObs' base, he doesn't have, I mean, he's got, what, 2 sentries and a cannon? Really? That's it? He's not even close to having warp gates. So, I mean, at this point, if he just didn't make these Spore Crawlers and just made a ton of roaches and a ton of Zerglings and just tried to bust the front, he could probably have done it. But that's where harass comes in. Harass kind of forces your opponent to think, all right, he's attacking me, I gotta defend, I gotta defend. But in reality, I think Delphi would have been far better off just running across the map with a ton of Zerglings, roaches, and a couple Banelings, and just trying to do as much damage as possible, because he's going to take down these rocks, ran up here, taken to the Cybernetics core, no warp gates, and he's going to have, what, like an Immortal 1-2 units? Yeah, it's not going to be enough. But Hydras are out. Those are going to be able to do a little bit of damage, extra damage here to these Phoenixes, and he's going to be able to pick up the Hydras. No, he's just going to sneak on out of there. He's going to run back for it, going to get 1 Hydra and fly out of there. Colossus range is about halfway done here. We've got a lot of upgrades for our Zerg player. Groove Spines, that's that range upgrade for the Hydralisks that doesn't get used much anymore. I remember back in the day when Roach, Roach Hydra was like the go-to build, and then a couple Corruptors, and then Protoss players learned how to make Colossus, and that kind of went away and force filled better. Zerglings scouting out the base down here in the bottom left. That Overlord is going to get trashed. But now HasuObs has enough units to throw down the 3rd if he feels like it. And yes, that's what he's going to do. +1 armor on the way, so HasuObs not really rushing to any type of tech here. Just has that 1. Actually, no, is he not going to take a 3rd? Going to go for a push here. And this is kind of what I was expecting him to do. But after clearing out that 3rd, that made me think otherwise. But maybe he was just trying to, I don't know, just open it up for later he could do that. But anyways, here he goes. HasuObs is pushing his way across the map. Delphi quickly trying to make a lot of units. 7 roaches on the way, +1 armor coming out. He's got Hydras he really wants to take down those rocks so he can get some reinforcements in better position. Proxy pylon for Hasu is in position. He's going to need that. Guardian Shield goes up. Force fields go down. He only catches 1 roach. That's not going to work out too well for him at all. Phoenix is going to try and pick the Overlords that have drops in him. He's going to get the 1. No. Wow, loses a lot of there. But here comes HasuObs pushing forward, trying to bait Delphi into a fight, but Delphi's not going to fall for it yet. Wait for more reinforcements to show up. 11 roaches being produced. +1 armor is about halfway done. Force fields, nice force fields. The drops are going to come in. No, too late. I don't think any roaches got out of there. Yeah, maybe just 1 got dropped, and this fight is going extremely well here for HasuObs. Graviton being picking up the Queens, and these Colossus are just killing everything. Let's see the kills on these guys. 4 kills, so 0 kills. Well, I guess maybe they're not, but the Immortal's got 12. The Immortal here is stealing all the kills. Those Immortals do so much damage versus those Roaches. And the +1/1 HasuObs is just killing everything. We have attack here from behind from Delphi, and HasuObs is not in a good position here. He's kind of bit off a little bit more than he could chew. The Colossus are going to fall. Reinforcements show up here from HasuObs in the back. He's got drones. He's pulling the Roaches. He's got one Hydralisk here in the back now. Phoenixes are pretty much out of energy, and wow, Delphi is going to push this attack back for the time being. Another proxy pylon goes down, but Roaches are just going to clear the rest of the stuff up, quickly trying to warp in more Stalkers. HasuObs feels this is his attack. He's got to end it right now. He doesn't have a third base up, and Delphi with 127 supply versus 69 is going to be able to push HasuObs back, and HasuObs is kind of running right now. He's in trouble, and Delphi's got to feel pretty good after that defense, and HasuObs has got to be thinking, wow, what do I do now? HasuObs did manage to threw a pylon up there, was worried about a counterattack, but that got stopped. Phoenixes keeping an eye on this Roach army. The +1 armor is now done, and he's going to grab one Roach, but I mean, at this point, Delphi can just kind of do whatever he wants. I love the tech here to Spire. That's going to let him get up to Mutas, Broodlords, something like that, and he can just sit here and control this third base all day long. 4 Hydra looks out, actually more showing up here, and these Phoenixes are kind of not doing much right now. They got a pretty good number of kills between them, though. Another Immortal coming out. 10 drones and +2 attack on the way here for our Zerg player, the Zerg missile attack. And this is the kind of point where you're at as a Protoss player. Your 2-base timing attack failed, but you didn't leave yet. You're still in the game. You're like, well, all right, I will. I have no Colossus. I'm way down in supply, actually 58, down in 58 supply. But I'm going to give it another shot. Going to pick off a couple of Hydras here. Maybe hope Delphi is not going to pay attention and make a big mistake. And, you know, try and capitalize on that. That is a possibility, but right now you could definitely say Delphi has got the game in his pocket right now. He just has to hope his pocket doesn't have any holes in it. It slips right out of his hands. Delphi, this is your game to lose, man. Do not mess this up. That's what he's telling himself right now. A lot of Immortals coming out. HasuObs thinking, you know what? You know what's better than an all-in? 2 all-ins in the same game. Another Immortal coming out. Not even making the Corruptors, or actually, sorry, not even making the Colossus, which I think is going to turn out to be a pretty smart move because 8 Corruptors are being produced. He's on layer, so we're not going to see any Broodlords anytime soon. So this is going to be 8 supply of pretty much useless stuff. Sure, they can cast Corruption on units, but I mean, frankly, who does that anymore? I mean, we'll be able to take out the Phoenixes, but the Phoenixes aren't really what's doing the majority of the damage here. It's going to be these Immortals, and he's got a lot of Immortals. What is that? 4 Immortals out right now. Yep, 4 Immortals, 13 Zealots, 13 Stalkers, 2 Sentries. He's pushing his way back out across the map. Does he still have that Observer to be able to kill the creep? I'm not quite sure. Actually, let me just check this real quick. Nope, he does not. He lost that. Overlord scouting forward. Let's check to see if he's done any scouting recently. And he's checking the right side over here. No, he's just going to flank around, check out this base. Check out the army. Overlord is going to get vision of nothing. He's going to see a couple Stalkers. +1/1. +2 is close to being done here for a Protoss player. The Overlord is going to get taken out. And now we have a big attack here in the middle. Delphi with this Roach Corruptor count. And I love that. Look at that, baiting out some Sentry force fields in this energy. He only has 2 Sentries, so you really can't afford to just throw down force fields like that. Blinking forward, going to get a couple pot shots off there, but no. Delphi staying on the creep. I like that. And he's just waiting for Delphi, just baiting him into the creep. He do has an Observer out. Now Pylon going down. And is HasuObs trying to take another... Well, actually, I was debating if he was just going to hold position here in the middle of the map and try and take a third and make this game a little bit longer, if he's just going to continue this this pressure. The Hive is now coming down. I guess after he saw all those Immortals and a lack of Colossus, he thought, you know what, might as well take the Hive so I can make these Broodlords actually useful. Pathogen Glands on the way. Infestors coming out. Those are going to be extremely nice. He's upgrading. Actually, he's going to put some units in these Overlords for drops. He had that upgrade with the first attack. And here we go. The Phoenixes are going to get trashed by those Corruptors, but Delphi needs some more units here. He's maxed in supply, but where is this? I mean, where's his units at? He's got 68 drones, 42 Roaches, 4 Hydras, which... I mean, this is a roach-killing army if I've ever seen one. HasuObs has actually shot here. Good fungal there in the middle. But another Infestor goes down. He loses, what, 2 Infestors right there. Trying to get a position over here on the left. Stalkers blinking back, letting those Zealots get up in the front. Zealots now come forward. Force Fields going on. Good Force Fields. The Zealots here up in the front doing some pretty good meat shield action. Oh, God, these 5 Immortals are just doing so much damage. Oh, wow. And Delphi really needs some more Hydra in this composition. He really needs some more Hydra. He's got 58 Zerglings coming out, which will actually work out pretty good too, because there's no more Zealots left. Infestor's going to pop up, a couple more Fungals go down, and Hasu Army's getting a little bit weaker here. Come all the Zerglings. There's not much here left from Hasu. He's going to need to warp in some more units, get some reinforcements coming out here, but he's so broke on resources. But the Zerg player, 1,000 resources, but now he's going to fall back, wait for more units to spawn. Zerglings kind of get streaming in here. They're going to get taken out. You're just whittling him away. And look at the supply. It's almost even now. 34 more Zerglings coming out. 4 more Infestors. And HasuObs is making the second push actually work. Delphi has just flopped right here. And just kind of misread HasuObs. And HasuObs is actually, I guess this is a comeback. More Zerglings coming in here from the bottom. The Zealots force fields do go down. Another Infestor throws down a Fungal, but those are just going to recharge those shields. Drones are being pulled. The last desperate act of Delphi going to try and kill the rest of these units. 21 kills, 19 kills, 9 kills. These Immortals are so deadly. And another Infestor falls right here. And HasuObs is actually going to win this. Oh my god. Delphi's got to be smacking himself after this game, thinking, how did I mess this up? Oh my gosh, and now Delphi 46 supply versus HasuObs 118. Not much here to go, and look, he's got Zerglings rallied down here to the third for some reason, but there's actually no base down there. He's still on 2 bases. 23-minute game on 2 bases, HasuObs. Loving the 2 bases here. He figures, you know what, I can win with 3. Why do I need to make 2? Why do I... Actually, I can win with 2. Why do I need to make 3? LOL, GG. My thoughts exactly, Delphi. Oh, wow. So Delphi's going to go down game number 1 here. HasuObs is going to take it. And I just got to say, like, Delphi did a pretty good job of stopping that first attack. I mean, congrats to him on that. But after that, he kind of just never really scouted his opponent's army until it was way too late. And he just had all these Corruptors for nothing. I mean, he had, what, 10 Corruptors? And they did absolutely nothing that whole fight. Just imagine if those were all Hydra. That fight would have been over instantly. If he had all those Hydras, all that gas for Hydras and Roaches, he could have just had a huge concave and just killed that whole army. But, I mean, Hasu just made a Roach-killing army, played it perfectly, quit making the Colossus, which is a smart move, and Delphi was like, whoops, got the wrong army composition here. And HasuObs is going to take the game. So I'm going to commentate game number 2 coming up next. One thing I want to say is, if any of you guys out there have any amazing pro-level replays that you've watched and saw and thought this is amazing, go ahead and email it to me, and I will commentate it. You can send it to eoncasting@gmail.com and just put in the subject title, "Cast This," in all caps if you feel like it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/EonShiKeno. Subscribe if you feel like it. See you guys later.